Demo Dabble.
Hello, welcome back, Demo Dabble. Hoping that by the end of this one we won't have any sort of controversy to worry about and that everything's going just good and fine. This is Zero Order's Tactics. Right off the bat, hearing that makes me think tactical RPG or maybe some sort of Advance Wars style game. And then you get to this screen and you see the hand of God placing or ripping up a mountain. I don't know which, and I don't know what kind of game this is at all. So we're going to pop in and we're going to find out. Here we go. Some Settlers of Catan going on here. Okay, huh. I'm beginning to think I was wrong in every way, shape, and form, which isn't new. Welcome to Zero Order's Tactics, a turn-based puzzle strategy where you are a god. As a god, you don't want to speak with mortals. This means you don't give direct orders to units. They choose their own path and targets for attack. Oh, you can view the unit order in the timeline below. Okay, so I see that below. We got Dude with Sword, the Devil, the wife, and the wife's mother-in-law. Or my mother-in-law, her mother. So they make their own movement choices. Okay. Hover the mouse over a unit to see its plan, or you can right-click holding it down to see all of them at once. After all units finish their turns, more enemies will spawn. The timeline shows you who, but they can appear anywhere. I don't know who chooses the places, but he's tricky as the devil. Hey, let's observe their actions. We're going to press play to execute a turn. I first want to take a look at this, though. I want to soak this in. I know, game. I know. All right, I just said I want to soak this in. And you know what? I am the god in this game. So, I love this art. There is just something amazing that's happening with pixel art everywhere, it seems like. This is yet another distinct, specific, old school style of pixel art that looks super fresh right now. And I'm here for it. So the first thing I want to do is I kind of want to hover over, like, look at that. That's okay. So the spinning of the icon depends on the location of my mouse, and the speed is kind of impacted a little bit too. Maybe not the speed so much, but that's kind of neat. That's an extra graphical touch that's not necessary, but the fact that it's there, it's just like, hell yeah. So we got water, mountains, grass, some roadways, swamp, forests, stuff like that. So we got people. This guy's moving first, and we see he's planning on moving from one swamp to another. What I don't understand is the three areas that have those bars going through them. Is the idea that one of those three is going to be possibly his next move after that? And I'm also noticing down here 1, 2, 3 in this down arrow. Oh, it's like a troll or goblin riding a wolf or something. But the colors are red. And I'm wondering if the chick is actually the only character I've got. So after that is the devil. Oh, wow, there's so much going on here that I don't know. So I don't really know where he's moving, and I don't know what it means by the... Oh. The caution areas are their attack zone. If you look in the lower right, you can see... This guy can only attack. When he moves here, he can only attack something here, here, and here. That'll be kept in mind for dodging. This dude, oh, they have names. This is a skeleton. This is a fire master. He shmups out. in a whole bunch of different directions. This guy is the Wolf Rider is that is so very Warcraft. This guy, same attack pattern as the skeleton, it looks like, but I don't see him on the board. So is this the next enemy that will appear that they were kind of discussing to us? I also didn't mention the tower over here, clearly. And then we don't control these people, so this person is following the road. That's probably what they're going to do. So, okay, let's hit play. Oh, I just noticed. Okay, so I was right about the Wolf Rider. Something else I just noticed. The tutorial's getting in my way from pointing it out to you. The Fire Master, I don't think he could attack these two tiles up here because the mountain was in his way. We saw the graying out of that grid and then the eye icon, basically. Your mission is to protect civilians. Those are units with a badge and heart on their way to the tower. Okay, I was right about that. They are basically your lives. Now, an enemy skeleton threatens a princess. Oh. This shield with a cross symbol is a symbol of your units. You can't control them either, but you can put them to the board. We're going to left click on the dude in our hand, then to the highlighted tile. Where's the dude in our hand? This dude? Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, it's cool. So when I do this again, so yeah, he can hit her now, and they show a direct line to that. But he can't hit these spots because of the mountain. He's gonna move here, and she'll be in attack range. She's gonna move over to this spot, though. He won't be able to attack her once he moves. But do they move in order or at the same time is something I don't know yet. The Wolf Rider attacks like the skeleton, but as you can see, they're way more mobile. Looks like they can land on the tower, even though the tower is where we seem to want to go. Okay, so this is a footman. So we click on him. I love what they decided to do with this art. It's completely unnecessary, but thank you for doing it anyway. So we put it here. He wants to move into this spot, and he'll end up hitting somebody that way. And he does move first, which is interesting as well. I also am noticing on his attack, it was just pointing to the right. He's looking to the right. This guy's attack and this guy's attack, they were looking towards the left. So I wonder if they can end up, you can pass them and then they just quietly move on and away off the board so that it's not every spot is filled all the time. Usually you can place your units on any tile of the left edge. Okay. Your choices are very limited for now because neither of us wants you to fail the tutorial. I will fail the tutorial. Afterward, you'll have much more freedom. I promise. If I could click better. All right, I'm going to call it military. Your military units always act before enemies. Okay. So the skeleton will be killed before its turn and it won't reach the princess. But let's not forget about another threat. That's important. Line of sight can be blocked by mountains. I was wondering why we had a mountain thing in our hand. Block his line of sight with mountains from your hand. Can we put it here is my question. That's where I'm thinking it has to go because I'm guessing we can't override a path. So let's find out. I like how it does that. Yeah, I guess we'll find that out later. The devil doesn't move. Nice work! Let's learn how units choose their paths. By default, all guard or military and citizens move right, and all enemies move left. I noticed that. However, they also try to choose terrains they like. That is the reason why your footman is going upwards. He doesn't like forests. Oh, dude, this seems so interesting. Okay. You can see the move choices by hovering your mouse over a unit. For your footmen, they love grass. They hate forests and swamps, or they dislike forests and swamps. They won't go into the water or mountains. Did I just say he loves grass and not make a comment off of that? Okay. Anyway, move rules, important. By default, all of your units move right and all the enemies move left. However, they also try to choose terrains they like. When there's no difference between upper and lower tiles, a unit goes to the middle line. Okay. Okay. I am very curious about what this is. I haven't understood that yet because I see one over here. There's something here too. Oh, is this the middle line that they're saying? So when I move this out of the way, that runs across? Okay. Smart use of color, and yet it still took me a minute. The only exceptions for these rules is civilians' heart. They always choose roads. Okay. Yeah. So here's the middle line I was talking about. So he can only hit somebody here. We can't even place a person there. Looks like we get swamp next in our hand. So we know they're taken out. We also know they're going to go here. They can't hit this spot though. So, there's an undo button. Interesting. We have a limit of units on the board. We'll get to that stuff later, I'm sure. Added another skeleton, and a treasure chest appeared. What the hell? Units don't have HP or damage stats, so every attack is a kill, just like in chess. Yep, I was going to mention that. It looked like that, and it is. Now you must get rid of that wolf rider, so I gave you a fast unit. Click on the board and swap him with your footman on the board. So that may come into play with what we're talking about, the limit here. So this is a horseman. They do, in fact, want us to swap. Now, yeah, I was going to say, it didn't look like he was going to go where we want him to. Your footman is not going where we want. He likes plains and doesn't have any reason to deviate from his default direction. So we place the swamp to do exactly that. So can we see... It does show you on there. Dude, this is so cool. And since our military units will always move first, you did great. Now his path is corrected and the princess will be safe. By the way, I hope you noticed that when you use a terrain tile, another one from the battlefield goes into your hand. I did. Tiles stay in your hand even after the end of the battle. Keeping track of this can be critically important in long campaigns, but not in my tutorial. Intriguing. Now you know all three basic actions you will use to achieve your future victories. Place units on the board. Swap your unit from your hand with another. Swap tiles. Okay, so you can swap the grounds as well. So that's why I have this in here. Okay. Originally, I thought maybe this was like a Tetris pool. Like, oh, here's what you get next. You can use each of them one per turn. Okay. So she's going to go here, but first... Now, is him going there going to stop her? Can they stack? That's something we don't know yet. He's going to go over there. So yeah, let's just watch it happen. Oh no! Okay, so it's not limit of 2 things in the hand. I thought it was always going to be 1 terrain, 1 unit, but no. Okay. Oh no, your unit is killed. Don't worry, every time a unit is killed or goes through the right edge of the board, that answers that question. It simply returns to your hand so you can use them again. Use basic actions to save the princess and finish this tutorial. You may kill the skeleton or just redirect it. You may even fail this tutorial on this turn. Yeah, but it's this treasure though. We haven't talked about this treasure. So yeah, let's see what his deal is. He's gonna go where there's a forest, generally speaking, but I don't have one of those. She's gonna go there, but not before he does that. Okay, I don't have a forest that I could do anything with. I thought it would show. Oh, okay. Hang on. Do I need to do that? Oop. Do that. Oh. Yeah, I saw that earlier. I was just about to say I can test this because I can undo it later. This tutorial is coming to its end, but there's still a few hints. Pay attention to a unit's attack zones. If a unit has an enemy in its attack zone, it breaks its movement and makes an attack. Okay. If there are more than one enemy to attack, the one with the biggest order numbers will be chosen. Okay. So we see 2, 3, 4, so he attacked 4 because of that. Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead. She's almost there. Turn 5. What about this treasure? I wonder if you can swap that tile and move the treasure elsewhere. I don't know if the treasure counts as terrain like that. Last hint, always examine feats of the units. They can change the rules of the game. Some feats are good, like armor or vigilance. Others are bad, like attack only from liked terrain. Your footman has it. Use Alt or the middle mouse button to avoid any unpleasant surprises. Don't trust the plane view too much because actions of one unit can affect the plane. Don't trust the plan view too much because actions of one unit can affect the plans of the next one. Right. Tutorial mode off. You can do whatever you want or just press play. Good luck. So he said press. Oh, okay. This brings it up larger. Why? But you still have to have a mouse over it. So attack only from preferred terrain. Will not attack when standing on terrain he doesn't like. Interesting. God, that's so interesting. At the same time, advance after attack. So moves the target cell after a kill. Move speed 4. Civilian uses road only pushes units instead of moving around them. If a pushed unit moves to bad tile or outside the battlefield, if a pushed unit moves to... Wow, okay. Huh. Magic resistance. Can't be targeted by your actions, sure. Can't be buffed by units. Can't be... There's buffing in magic spells and so on. One complaint for this game that I think is awesome. I don't like that they make you hold this button down and also have to keep it over them. Like, I feel like I should be able to just press Alt and it's up for me. And I should be able to move my mouse, even if you don't toggle it, having it holding Alt and then moving the mouse out of the way because my cursor is in the way of some of the words. You know, that just makes it an unnecessary pain thing. I guess eventually it doesn't matter because you can see the feats in the lower right and you probably get used to what each one is. But yeah, I am curious about something since we can do an undo. No, it doesn't take that. So the treasure is just where the treasure is. Oh, Oh, because I hit undo it. I was like, why did this come back up? So he's technically moving through here. Will I get the treasure just by him passing through is a question. Because there's only one turn left, no new units about to appear on the board. Yeah, I see no reason to do anything other than press play and see what happens. Okay, so that answers that. We do, and he's off the board, so he goes in the hand. Choose the hero you want to help. What is this about? Okay, so this is Alfred, the first one who answers the call. They earn experience to get levels, stats, and perks, limit for your units on board, mana, oh boy, hand limits, tiles, units, and maybe this is magic or these are buffs. I see that they show what's in the inventory. Like, oh man. Well, okay. I think it's pretty freaking obvious that I think this is awesome. Like, what a very cool idea. So again, this is called Zero Orders Tactics. Let me get some information for you guys. This game is out. It came out November 4th, 2024. And it looks like its normal price is $12. That's an easy buy. It's also got some additional content, it looks like. A supporters pack and a soundtrack. I didn't make a comment about the music. It's not super noticeable for me at the moment, but of course it's just a little bit that we're playing it, but it did sound really good. Some of the images showing through the Steam store are also showing that the maps look like they're generally a little bit larger, not by a ton, maybe 50% larger in the maps that they're showing. Or maybe they're varying sizes, because I'm seeing some others that look the same size as the tutorial map. So anyway, that's pretty cool. Developer / publisher is Palundra Games. Their logo appears to be Blinky, the three-eyed fish from way back in the day of The Simpsons. Anybody who remembers that. And this maybe is... Oh, no. They appear to have another game called Castle Break that came out in 2019. So I can't really... I'm not familiar with that. Oh, it looks... What the hell? I may have to check that out, too. What the hell is that? That looks freaking great. So few reviews on this one. Unfortunately, they have not hit 100 reviews on here yet. This is why we do Joy Boys, is because there's so many things out there. But they are very positive. The 92% out of the 67, I think is that number, of the reviews that they got is no surprise to me. I'm floored by the idea. And I mean, there's not much more to say. That image that just passed in front of me shows some magic happening. I'm completely in. I really want to see these guys get some success. So I'm hoping some of you out there who see this see what I'm seeing, and you're like, hell yeah, brother, let's go. So yeah, speaking of going, it's time for me to do exactly that. Thanks for joining me for yet another Demo Dabble, and I will see you for maybe just one more. And then, one more after that, one more after that one, and then